Guys, we rehearsed this. It's quack. Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here on the Feed the Beast Infinity server. And I'm wearing my wizard's hat because I'm going to be doing absolutely nothing with Wizardry. I'm going to be doing stuff with Witchery. And I don't have a Witchery hat. So, I'm going to change my hat because I don't want to wear that. Instead, I'm going to wear something much more appropriate that Reinwit gave me. Yay! I have a duck. That's very sweet. Alright, said I was doing some witchery stuff, and I set myself up a little garden here next to the Botania bits in this chunk-loaded area, and it's growing up pretty quickly. It's only been maybe 10-15 minutes since I put this in place. We've got some belladonna over here, got the mandrake and the water artichoke, some garlic there, snowbells are all grown up, and my wolfsbane is looking pretty good. And I have a little sign here letting people know that it is ye olde witchery farmy. Whenever I do anything that's ye olde, I always add e's to everything because I'm silly. And technically, though, you shouldn't pronounce it ye because that y there is an old way of writing out the thorn, which is what we now have as th. So it should be pronounced the. But ye olde sounds very silly, and that's me. So I'm going to grow me a bunch of these and do some processing, and I need to get some saplings that are new to witchery. My end goal right now is to get some protection poppets. Since I died so many times to the wither, I figured having something to protect me from a wither would be very nice. So that's what we're going to be doing. Yep, that's what we're going to do. Bah. So I was just calmly going through here and harvesting some of these plants, and something happened that I totally didn't expect, but makes complete sense. I'll show you what I mean. So harvesting these, and I said, okay, let me do one of these mandrakes, and all of a sudden this little guy comes out and screams at me. Let me kill him, find him. Where are you? There you are. There we go. And I got a little mandrake root and another seed. Totally didn't expect that to pop out, and I had a good little fright going, wow, what is this thing screaming at me? So, now you know, you have to fight to get the mandrake root. 9 hours later. So I've done a bunch of farming here, and have really actually more fun than I probably should killing the mandrake, but that's fun. You can see got a bunch of different bits here, which is good, and some leftover bits from the golem, because this sword is really nice, but it has an area of effect. And I decided for fun to pop the whole group of mandrakes, and I was around, bashing on them as they were charging me, and the golem wandered right by, and poof, one hit, he was gone. Which makes me wonder how often had he been hit by other things, because he died with one hit. So I had to make another golem. There he is. Anyway, got plenty of good stuff here. Other stuff, I went ahead and created a witch's oven and got a skystone chest because I figured it kind of looks like it fits. So I put that there, took a stack of spruce, a stack of oak, and a stack of birch saplings and processed them through the oven here. And that got me wood ash for each, and some of them produced these extra bottled things. And the bottles were pretty easy. I went ahead and just took some clay, did a hunt for clay, fired that in the oven. Now I've got clay jars. And the next thing I need, what is iron here for? I need mutandis. I need to get some of those rare witchery trees, rowan and hawthorn and one other, I can't remember. And to get that, I need this mutandis to mutate grass into these other witchery plants. And to do that, I've got my witch's cauldron here that's bubbling away, mandrake root, exhale of the horned one, and I don't remember which one that comes from, and eggs. Yeah, toss that into there, and I get 6. Okay, good. I was thinking I was going to get only 1. So I had enough here for 27, and horned one. Yeah. So let's go ahead and make some of that. Do I click this? Nope, I must toss it. Kind of like botany. Oh, yeah, color change. And then one of these. Oh, color change again. And one of those. Ooh, sparkly effects. Okay. Do I click? Oh, it just pops. Oh, and of course, my water's gone. Yeah, very much like Botania. But, ooh, hey, I got some Mutandis. I'm going to do this right away. Let's go drop down over here because there's all sorts of grass. Okie dokie. So, oh, hey, right off, a rowan sapling. Cool, that's one of the new saplings I need. Jungle. I don't have many of those. Another rowan. Very nice. I wonder if this nope, wheatgrass won't. Damp grass won't. Oh, here's one of the medium grass. Nope. Looks like it's got to be just regular grass. Mushroom. What's this? Ember moss. Ooh. Currently harvestable. No. What about now? Alright, so I gotta have the shears for that. I was really looking for Spanish moss. And that oh, hey! Speaking of which, there is effective tool axe. No. Okay, well that's really good. I got 3 things that I really wanted out of that, which is pretty cool. Rowan sapling, Spanish moss. I remember from doing mod sauce that I needed that for Poppets, or at least one of the Poppets I needed. Ember moss, I don't remember at all using that, so I'm going to make some more and see if I can get the hawthorn and the other alder. I can't remember. I'll look it up. Anyway, time to kill a bunch more grass with the Mutandis. 30 Mutandis later, I believe I have all of them. So we got Rowan, and there's Hawthorn, and where was the other one? There's the Alder. So those are the 3 trees that I need. Got some other stuff, some ferns that I think I broke an extra bit of plant, some lily pads, some interesting things. And just as I was finishing up, I was going, why am I running around here when I could just go up to my base and I could just bone meal some grass up there? Then I don't have to really worry about any of the non-grass that it doesn't like. But oh well. It is what it is. But I've got what I need, so I'm going to go ahead and start planting me some of these trees and harvesting them up. And I think I will get some bone meal and see if these things will bone meal or not. I know some trees tend to be kind of persnickety and won't actually bone meal. But we will see. And maybe right there. All right, bone meal time. As you can see, bone meal totally works on these trees, which is very nice. So let's go ahead and harvest some more. What I'm looking for is an ent. One of the things I read is that sometimes as you harvest these, a tough ent will spawn. Oh, right there. Hello, ent. Whoa. Ouch. You got knocked back. Ooh, 200 health. Okay, he's quite mean. Good thing I've got a nice sword, and he's not doing a single bit of damage to me. Okay, I'm just going to let him hit me for a while. He's hitting me, I think maybe because, oh, he's poisoning me. Are you poisoning me? Yes. Okay, he's poisoning me, but I'm immune to poison. My armor is not taking any damage, I think because I'm within the wireless... Oh, sorry, guy. Because I'm within the wireless charger range. So, but thank you very much for the ent twig. Yep, that's very nice. And I've got extra grass here. So he must have spawned over here. Golem, you were not very helpful. You could have done some fighting. Oh well. Time to harvest some more. I think I've got enough alder. Time to start growing the rest. And I think if you... I don't think the ants are really tough. I think it's much tougher if you are starting off early in the game and not as late as I am. Oh, there's another guy. Hello. Want some poison? I give you poison. Oh, that would take a long time with 200 hit points. How about I just hit you with my sword? That's looking pretty good. About 15 health per hit. Nice. What did I get? What did I get? Okay, another ant twig. Oh, well, let's see how many of these guys I can spawn out of this. So that's 2. Any more? Golem, again, you were not very helpful. Well, that one grew very nice. Yeah, you can see I planted Spanish moss all along. As it's growing, I've been spreading it out some. No more ants. Oh! I saw a little pause and I thought, I wonder if I'm going to get another ant. Oh, hey, Golem, come here. Help out. Golem, are you going to come help? You're just going to stand there? Oh, okay, here he goes. He's got me cornered. Are you going to hit? Okay. Thank you, Golem, for finally coming into the fight. But yeah, look at all this grass the guy spawns. That's kind of cool. Okay. Let me let me finish chopping down these trees. Okay, so four ants with this group of trees. That's quite a few ants. I think I'm going to be fighting quite a few of these because I'm going to be planting a lot. There you go. 4 of those. Yeah, I think I got plenty of plenty of saplings now. So time to do the others. Yep, I can use some mutandis up here, definitely. I seem to have a visitor in my base. Hello? What are you doing in my base? Okay, 5 ants. Beware of witchery. It will cause your place to get overgrown. As you can see, I've gone around and tossed a little Spanish moss around. Also grabbed some of the vines that hang on willows and trimmed those up with some of the shears and stuck them up so I could let them grow. I'm not too thrilled with the look of that. Probably going to go ahead and just trim all this down and make it go away. I might keep a few pieces here and there, but I'm not quite sure yet. I've got the ivy growing along here, and down there just the standard vanilla vines. I'm just going to go ahead and chop those all off. You can see here my witchery farm is gone because I put it elsewhere. One of the things, I think I've got all the things I need at this point to make my poppets. So if we take a look at what we need for poppets, and I'm planning on making 8 of these. Pretty simple stuff, wool, string, Spanish moss, I have lots of that now. Bone needles, that's easy to do. So I'm going to make, like I said, 8 of these, the earth protection poppet. So if you fall far enough that the fall would kill you, this breaks instead of you, which that's very nice. The water protection poppet, so if you're drowning to death, this will refill your breath back up and you don't die, but again it breaks. Likewise, if you're starving to death, then this breaks instead of you starving. Fire protection, if you're burning to death, this breaks. You can see how this goes. I don't really need any of those, but if for some reason I die and I don't have my genes on me, then this will help me, and so that'll be good. Voodoo Protection Poppet, I'll go ahead and make one of those just in case somebody on the server decides to be evil and do a little voodoo. This Protection Poppet I'm not going to build for the simple reason I don't think I need it, and also I don't have any toe of frog, and I'll deal with that later. Voodoo Poppet, have no desire to actually do any voodooing of others, so I won't make that. But the tool and the armor protection poppets, I will go ahead and make those. So if my tools or armor break, these will restore them. And the death protection poppet, that's I may make several of these, but this is certainly worth having. The vampiric poppet, not going to be making that. So just as I had counted, there's 8 of these that I'm going to be making. One of the problems was looking at some of these things and saying, okay, drop of luck. Well, that needs a witch's cauldron. Okay, got one of those. Mandrake, netherwort, tear of the goddess. Well, that needs a distillery. Oh, well, I didn't have a distillery. Time to make a distillery. Well, I made a distillery, but it wouldn't activate because it needs magic to power it. And that requires an altar. And I said, oh, fine, this is going down the squirrel path of needing more and more and more different bits. So that's why I moved this here, so that I have my witchery station over here. Here is my altar. And I tossed a few items in here to upgrade the altar. Got a nice candelabra here, a nice chalice, a wither skeleton skull, and an arthana. All those will help make the altar a little bit better. And then all these living things scattered all the way around here, including the dirt and the grass and everything, water, all of these contribute to the power of the altar, which is what is fueling my distillery. So when I dump the stuff into here, it actually is powered because of the altar. And how much power is in the altar? It's over 9,000! So yeah, I only needed 7,000 to get, I think it was the luck, the brew of the luck, or the tears of the luck. What was the luck? Drop of luck. I needed 7,000 to get that to work. And then I kept saying, can I push this higher? Can I actually push it to 9,000? Yes. Yes, I can. So I've got, I think at this point, all the bits I need. I'm just going to grab all these things and dump them into the ME system. I have some tag locks because all these poppets need to be bound to me. And so I grabbed that off of my bed. And let's just go ahead and dump all this stuff into here, because I'm not going to need them right at this moment, but I can, not Poppet, because I'm going to build this. Okay, I need 8 of these guys. Oh, one at a time, they don't stack. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so I've got all the poppets I need. Now I need an earth protection poppet. And I've got that. So give me this. And then I want a water protection poppet. And there's my water. And I have to keep going to each one of these. There's that guy. And fire protection. There's fire protection. And then my voodoo protection from evil peoples. I'm skipping the poppet protection and the voodoo puppet. So here's the tool protection. Got him. Oh, he's gone up there. And then I also need to do the armor protection. There's my armor protection. And finally the death protection. That guy. Oh! Am I out of luck? Oh, I'm out of a drop of luck. Okay, I'm going to have to make some more of that. But while I'm here, I should make my poppet shelves. That requires these, and I do not have the attuned stones, so let's go ahead and make those. I need 8, because I'm going to make 2 sets. just because I'm silly. So let's make 2 of these. 1, 2, and they do stack. All right. And I was planning on putting them over here. And if I remember right, the chunk boundary is right here. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and put one of them right there and another one right there. And that should work. So you're going here and you're going there. And let's stick you here and way over there. Oh, they're so cute. And we'll put the rest of these guys here. And maybe toss them around a little bit so they look a little bit better. I think these need to be down on the ground, don't you? I think so. Plus, I need to get that extra luck, which means I need to build some other bits, and I thought I'd counted out enough, but obviously I hadn't. So, time to fix that. Well, it turns out I actually did correctly count the number of drops of luck I needed, or would that be drop of lucks? No, drops of luck. And I don't know why it didn't see it, so let's just go ahead and do the Poppet and create our death. See, it's all there. All right. Yeah, I knew I had extras of those. So back up to my little alcove, and let's put death there. Nah, he needs to be more in front. That looks okay there. Oh, we got the exact same pattern pretty much on on both of these Poppet shelves. Alrighty. Why do I have 2? Because these actually are chunk loaders, and so that's 2 more chunks here that are loaded. I have the 2 here for the ME system and the Botania right up there. So I've got 5 chunks loaded, and that works out nicely, which means I can clear out space down below. Started to do a little bit of decoration up in here just to kind of make things a little bit more homey. But yeah, I think this works as far as this episode dealing with witchery. Let's spin over here so you can see my duck. And the nice little Poppet shelves. I think definitely I'm going to make a couple more death Poppets, because those are really worth having. A bunch of the others I'm just here for the completing the set, nothing else. Anyway, this has been Grok the DuckFarmer here on the Feed the Beast Infinity server, having fun with a little bit of witchery. Thanks for watching. Bye! Before you write any comments about, hey, dumb Grok, why didn't you bind your Poppets? If you take a quick look, I bound them all. I used the tag lock kits that I had made and bound each one of my Poppets, so they are mine and they are now in effect. So, you don't have to write any comments saying, gee, Grok, you're a real dummy, because I figured it out. I am a dummy, but I fixed it. Bye.